after that 2-day session, what we decided to do was to take some bits and pieces of that, as well as put a St. Joseph's flavor to it based on our values of dignity, excellence, service, and integrity. Our director of corporate services likes to say that we like to Josephify things. So that's really what we did, is we Josephified the Baptist model. It also was in alignment with our mission, which part of it includes certainly serving the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. And now, having just read some of the documentation from this conference, is also in alignment with the Pioneer Network's values and principles to recognize that culture change is not just a destination, but a journey, and always a work in progress. And I think that we always need to keep that in mind, and particularly when Dr. Power said that, yes, there are ebbs and flows, and certainly there's some great times, but they're the low times. And I think that's when, as leaders, that we really need to keep everything going. So changing the culture in our long-term care home, as I said, simply doesn't apply to our residents, although that, of course, is our end result. We realized that we needed to focus on organizational culture to be truly effective. As well, we needed to work towards improving the satisfaction of all who work within our organizations. And it was interesting because when we first went at it, we actually tried to do the same for both of the villas. That, okay, we're the senior management team, we oversee 2 long-term care homes in the hospital, and to let you know that we're also implementing this across the hospital, but of course we're speaking about long-term care today. So we started to impose that, and then we realized that that really wasn't going to be effective, because again, the homes really do have their own culture, both the kinds of residents who live there. So for example, our rural home is a very francophone community, so there's many francophones who live within that home, and so for them that's a large component. And as well, actually, our staff who work there, many of them are francophone, and so that really adds to a very different flavor in terms of those cultures that we were looking at. So how did we start? We started with a committee. We started at the top in terms of leadership. So certainly I felt, and I continue to feel very strongly about this, that this is the way that we need to go as an organization. We wanted to ensure that our practice expressed our values, and so we really went back to our basics. We looked at our values, we looked at our mission statement, and we looked at really what was important to us. So who is on this committee? And to let you know that this committee does continue to meet regularly, it was basically anyone who supervised staff, as well as anyone who we consider to be a leader within the organization. So you can see some of those individuals up there. Our frontline staff are involved as well. Kim, I think, will be explaining a little bit more of that in terms of some of our initiatives, and as well as they do sit on all of our subcommittee work that emanates from this group.